Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and I'm here to try my hand at a little bit of trading. Now I haven't done this for many months. I haven't done it probably since the game was released actually. The last time I tried a bit of trading was back in Gamma. So I'm going to give it a go here. I have already found a partial part of the trade route. I've found some Imperial slaves that I can purchase at a fairly low price, but I just need to find where I can sell them at. And I now need to complete the other part of the route as well. I'm thinking of a 3 or maybe 4 leg journey. So let's have a look and see what we can find. I'm looking for industrial sites and extraction sites here. I'm going to filter them by population as well, because the larger the population, generally speaking, the higher amount of demand that the stations will actually have. So what do we got over here? This here I think is an extraction. Oh, it's an industrial site, Sida, so I want to remember that. And there's an extraction site up there. Now extraction sites extract metal from the asteroids and they normally sell it to the industrial sites. Now down here there's an agricultural site, and these are also extraction as well. So that's 2 extraction sites I've got. Now the one just above this, the top one, that is where I purchased the Imperial slaves from. So I'm looking for somewhere to actually sell them. It may be worth going down to have a look at that other extraction site, and then I could potentially bring the metals back to here. Sida. Sounds plausible. Do we want to have a look at what stations we got there? I don't know. So the one down below was HR 494, wasn't it? Let's plot a route to there perhaps. Although it does depend, of course, how many stations it has. Although I don't that it makes much difference, but it gives us a little idea of the size of the economy here. So there's the agricultural station, and there is the extraction station. Now, for some reason, in my journeys, I've noticed that stations that do a lot of extraction and a lot of agricultural work tend to have quite a high demand for Imperial slaves. Now, by no means that's consistent along everywhere, but it does seem to be something I've noticed. Maybe they like putting them to work in the mines or something like that. But anyway, I've got a cargo hold full of Imperial slaves. I bought them for 14,800 credits per unit per ton, and I'm going to take them down to HR 494 I think, and perhaps see if I can buy some metals when I'm down there. Maybe I'm about to get around about 1,000 credits per ton of those. Generally speaking, around here I've seen slaves being purchased by stations for about 15,800 credits. Going out a little bit fast there, but we're out, no problem. So here we are then at Jordan Orbital. Let's hope they want some Imperial slaves. Now the thing is, I suspect they actually will be willing to buy Imperial slaves. Most of the stations in the Empire do actually deal with them, but the question is, how much are they willing to pay for them? I did get them for quite a low price. Like I said, it took me a long time of searching to find a decent commodity to actually trade. I spent quite a few hours looking. And when I come across these slaves for 14,800, I knew I was onto a reasonably good thing, because most places buy them for around about 15,600, which should give me roughly 1,000 credits profit per unit, which wouldn't be bad. So let's see what they've got. 16,800. That's nearly 2,000 credits profit per unit. What a find! That is one of the best items I've actually traded in for a very long time. Nearly 250,000 profit just on that trade. Excellent. Gotta say, I'm really pleased with that. I'm quite surprised. Now, those slaves come from an extraction system, so I'm not going to be able to take anything back from here, because this is also an extraction system. But we've seen an industrial system in Sida. I'm going to take whatever I can find here to there. But the thing is, do I buy palladium or gold? I'm just going to jump straight on the gold there, but you can see both of these are selling for lower than the galactic average, so I can make a profit on both of them. But I'm going to go for the gold, I think. probably a mistake, but I don't know what the other end are going to pay. So anyway, let's go for the gold and we go straight to the other station. So let's plot in a course. It was Sidda, S-I-D-D-H-A, or A-H, was it? H-A. Yeah. Right, so I've got quite a good jump on this ship. I can do this in, what's that, 2 jumps? Not bad. Thinking about that, actually, we could probably get that down to a single jump. So let's have a look at the outfitting and see what modules I can change. I don't think I can afford a larger jump drive yet. That's if this place would even sell one. It probably doesn't at that. But I might be able to change out some of my other modules and try and increase the jump range a little bit. And that, of course, will cut down the travel time, allowing us to make a greater amount of profit for each hour we spend trading. So, a power distributor. I'm going to drop down on the class on this. Someone actually recommended me to do this, and when I did one of my recent exploration videos, they mentioned that you can actually run a ship on a couple of classes lower as long as it's quite high rated. And this does 2 things. It runs the ship a lot cooler, and it's a lot lighter, meaning you get a higher jump range. So I'm going to give it a try. What's in there at the moment? I think I've got a class 5 power plant, so I'll go down to a 3 or a 2 depending on what the ship will allow me to fit, but it's not looking like they've really got anything I want in stock. They certainly haven't got a jump drive. Never mind. Okay, well anyway, let's carry on. Done pretty good already on this leg of the journey. I knew the slaves would be quite good, but I had no idea they would be just that good. But the real question is now, what are we going to do with the gold? Although, I still think I probably should have picked up the platinum, but there you go. I've got the gold. Let's get going. Just going to jump in quickly here and let you know that there's nothing wrong with the YouTube video. This little bit of footage was pretty badly corrupted, so I had to edit out a whole ton of it. It does pass by in a minute, so please don't stop the video just yet. This isn't going to last for more than a moment. Right. Ludwig Orbital. Ludwig Hub. Even. Are they going to buy the gold from me? Well, they are going to buy the gold from me, I'm pretty sure of that. But just how much is it going to be? Oh, where is the gold? Gold. 10,000. Was we paid 9,500, didn't we? So they're paying way above the galactic average. 14,200 for the palladium, though. That would have been nearly 2,000 credits on the palladium as well, wouldn't it? Which, well, that's quite a lot. If I can make 2,000 on the slaves and 2,000 on the palladium as well. What was this on the gold? Only 1,000. Say only, that's not bad. But it looks like I've found 2 products, both selling for around about 2,000 credits profit each. So the next time round I'll be bringing palladium back. Okay, so next I've got to go back to the station I originally bought the slaves from, and they were an extraction site or an agricultural station if I remember correctly. The station did one of those like the other one which did both. What would agricultural stations buy? They're going to want machinery of some type, aren't they? So marine equipment or crop harvesters perhaps. What do you reckon? What do we got? Depends on what this place sells. They will sell machinery, which is one of the reasons I come here, because obviously they're industrial, but it's what one to buy. Well, unless they sell anything else, nothing worthwhile that's going to give me any money. I think we go for crop harvesters, but I'm gonna do a little bit of editing here in a minute. It's quite late, as you can see at the clock at the top. It's 1:30 at night. I'm in the UK, so I'm going to put a cut here and we'll cut straight to the morning. Okay, so we are back and we're looking at what items we're going to take to the next station. Where are we? Commodities market, shipyard. No, commodities market. What was we looking at? We were looking at sending either marine equipment or perhaps crop harvesters or something like that to the next station, because they are an agricultural station. And, well, unless they buy weapons, which I doubt they will, because they're quite high priced there. And no slaves. That's what we sold at the other place. They were the pretty average price there, 15,500 on that one. And these don't sell metal, but we're going to bring palladium back here, weren't we? So, marine equipment or crop harvesters. I think as they are agricultural, then crop harvesters are going to make more sense. Probably not going to make a lot on these, but I don't really want to go empty-handed. So the Asp is a pretty good trade ship, actually. It holds a little bit more cargo than the Type 6, but other than that, it's a lot faster, a lot more manoeuvrable, and I think it's a little bit easier to get a higher jump distance out of it. Okay, well, nothing else there that I can see that would have been better. The other thing I'm going to do is jump to the outfitting screen in a moment and try and increase the jump range a little bit more, depending on what modules this station's got. So we need, of course, to put in our destination, and the place I brought the slaves at is Lambing Orbital, which is just up here. Okay, that's that covered. Now let's go to the outfitting and we'll see what we can do here. So we can change out some of these modules and try and increase the jump range a little bit. I don't suppose they're going to sell any large jump drives here, and of course they don't. What else can we do? We can change the power plant here, hopefully. Like I was saying earlier, we can go for a higher rated, smaller one. Perhaps I should have gone for the A3 actually. Yeah, I think that might do the job. That gives us enough power, and it increases our jump range, doesn't it? How much does it increase it to? By enough that it makes a difference. That's the idea, really. You change the modules out, you get half a light year here, half a light year there, and before you know it, you've increased the jump range by your ship by a few light years, just enough to be able to do a journey in a single jump rather than two jumps, and that can make quite a big difference to your overall travelling times. Just wondering whether I should go for a class 2 power plant or a class 1 power plant. I have a feeling that a class 2 is not going to be able to quite cut it. Well, either's good, because at the end of the day I get the money back when I sell the module, so there's no real loss. I'll go for the larger one. It does give me the higher jump range. And what else? Thrusters. So if they sell any, nope, they don't sell anything suitable for the ship. Oh, we already looked at jump drive, life support. Oh no, I should have realised that there's no inventory there. Power distributor, that should be able to give us a better jump range, so I'll do the same again, I think, and I'll go for an A3, I think. A4 isn't much different to what I've already got in terms of jump range. What else we got? A2. Oh, that's quite a lot better, isn't it? So the thing is, all I'm doing is flying around. I'm not using weapons or anything, so I can get away with a low-powered ship. I don't have to deploy weapons, and I don't have to worry too much about constantly boosting or running my shields or anything like that. So yeah, that should do that. That's given us the difference we need, I think. That says sensors. Nope, nothing there. Right, that's that then. Let's head out and try and sell those crop harvesters then. Before we carry on, something I really wanted to show you guys is Lambing Orbital and how close it is in its orbit to the Earth like there. Very lovely scenery, and something I'll be back to later to do some external recording footage in another episode. So, you might be wondering why I'm doing all this trading. The plan is to try and buy an Imperial Clipper. Currently, I don't know if you know, but the the rank requirements for the Imperial ships has been reduced right down to Surf. So if you want to buy an Imperial Clipper, all you need to do is be a Surf, which is a relatively easy rank to attain. It was previously Baron, and it'll probably be returning to Baron again in due course, but there's a story event in the game about the Emperor, and you can read that on Galnet. But the upshot of that is that all Imperial ships that require a rank only now need serve as a rank. So I've actually been building that up previously, but I just need a bit more money before I can actually afford to get the Imperial Clipper. So I didn't really get a lot of money there on the crop harvesters. It looks like marine equipment would have actually been the better choice. Nothing else here that I can get much profit off anyway. So I'm going to buy some more slaves now and take them down to Jordan Orbital. And yet you can see 14,800 for the slaves. Okay, so some more money for some Imperial slaves. Here we come. I'm going to have to do a few more runs on this, I think, and then we should have enough to head over and do the Imperial Clipper. I think you've watched enough of me trading for now, so I will skip that part and come back with me at the station when I'm about to purchase the Imperial Clipper, I think. Let's hope that goes well. So finally it looks like I've got just about enough. I've got 18.9 million. Now some of you may be wondering what the heck I'm doing. I'm buying a ship without much change left over, but the insurance will cover the replacement of this, and really I'm just going to use it to potter around and try and slowly build my money up again. I'd like to buy new ships that aren't very outfitted very well and then use them to try and earn the money to slowly build up. It really does extend the longevity and enjoyment of the game for me. Looks like I don't have quite enough. Oh, of course. You get a 10% loss on your ship that you're currently holding, don't you? It says my assets are enough to cover it, but when you actually come to sell, when I'm selling the Aspire, I'm losing 500,000 on it. I'm going to have to go back and do a bit more trading. Well, all in all, that part wasn't too clever. I thought I was going to have more than enough to cover the ship. I was expecting to be left with around about 500,000 credits. And like I said, I know that's not a lot, and a lot of you are probably wondering why I'm doing that. But it's the way I like to play the game. It gives me a little bit more enjoyment to use the ship I've purchased to try and outfit it. So you can see me here. I did another couple of hours worth of trading and got myself another 2 million credits. So that was enough to go out and make the purchase at last. And it really was a case of going in with the old and coming out with the new. The Aspire, though, I haven't really had all that long. I've used it for a bit of trading, a bit of combat and a bit of exploration, most of which you've actually seen. But here we are. I was here and I finally managed to purchase the elusive Imperial Clipper. This was something I hadn't thought I was going to be able to buy because I didn't really have any intention of getting up to the rank of Baron. But I finally had enough money here, and thanks to the event I finally had a high enough rank. So all in all, it was pretty good going. What's up next with this ship? I'm not yet sure. I'm down to just 1.7 million with it, so I'll probably go and have a look and see what I can do. I suspect I'll do a bit of smuggling and a little bit of small combat in some of the lower spec areas. Obviously I haven't got the money to outfit it right off the bat, but I will be doing that as I go along. A lovely ship, very much looking forward to giving it a good fly. And I'll be back very soon with another episode to show you just what I'm going to get up to. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.